Hey yo. First, before we get into the build, I want you to know that the Eotrike subspecies that you're gonna want is the attack build. And just to take a moment, I mean, look at these textures. They knocked it out of the park. Now, this isn't my favorite subspecies in terms of looks. I like the stamina recovery one the best because it actually looks like a Triceratops and whatnot. Because I know what the paleo art is that they used as a reference for it, and it looks really cool. I mean, this still looks really cool, but I like that one better. But in terms of stats, you really need that little bit extra attack damage. It doesn't seem like much, 3%, but it is. You do need it a little bit. Um, but yeah, in terms of skin, this is the one I use, charcoal. Um, but you're welcome to use any of the other ones. Doesn't really matter. Um, they all look really good now. They're all fantastic. Like jungle is amazing. It used to be kind of mid, but now it's really good. And default hasn't really changed a whole lot. And if you've got Royal, it still looks really nice. I don't have it because I buy the pack with it, but I do like the little. I don't know. I like how the textures look on this one though. Or the color, how the colors make the textures look. Kind of like how Stone makes Rex look a bit different, and Sarko has that one skin that makes it look different. But anyways, let's get into the abilities. Now, first you've got Armored Skull, which means take no extra damage from head attacks, which means you cannot be headshotted. Like, headshot damage means nothing to you. If you hit in the face, it's like a body shot, which makes complete sense. You're a Ceratopsian, you have an armored skull. And then Ironclad. Heal status effects 100% faster. So, you're not as vulnerable to bleed or fracture or something like that, which is pretty helpful. I tried to fight Neotrike as a Tyrannotitan earlier. I couldn't get the footage for you because it was buggy as all get out, and I don't feel like trying again because I'm lazy. So I'm joking, but um, Tyrannotitan definitely can. It's just a lot harder than it used to be, which is nice. I hope they give T-Rex something like this because the amount of bleed T-Rex takes is insane. Um, and again, please buff T-Rex's turning. The turning on Eotrike is really nice, and T-Rex should reflect that as well. Because God, T-Rex just can't turn anymore. It sucks. Then for head attack, you're going to want Headbutt. Quick headbutt attack that causes high damage. Last I saw, this does 55 damage. And since we're running the 3% attack damage subspecies, let's put that in the calculator. Multiplied by 0.03 and on the 55. It's not much, but it bumps it up to 56.65 damage. Um, and that's spammable. You can hit that again and again and again. That's more than a Spino's bite, but that's not quite as much as a T-Rex bite. Um, and then Head Slam is going to be your other option for your head attack. This does a ridiculous amount of damage. Now, I'm not saying it needs a nerf because it's fine. It's like Tyrannotitan's Heavy Bite. It's really, really strong, but if you play right, it doesn't really matter because you can still beat it when it's using this. Now, Block is also very good, but the damage that Head Slam puts out is really, really good. It allows you to be able to beat up bars. Yeah, it can beat a bars. I'll show you that in a minute. I'll show you how to kill a bars with Eotrike. It's just you can out damage the crap out of them. Then for senses, Hornlock and Frilled Bond. Frilled Bond is good if you're in a group. Like if you're in a group, please run that. That's really good. Um, and a Hornlock, that's also pretty good, but that's only if you're using block. You're welcome to try out a block build, but I fought Apexes with a block build. It's not that great, especially against the T-Rex. block is not very good against a T-Rex. I'm gonna be real. You're gonna need head slam if you're fighting a T-Rex. T-Rex is super dangerous, and it's a pretty even 50-50 with an Eotrike. And I'll show you what happens later on when you're fighting a Rex as an Eotrike. Sharpen your horns is your best bet, though. It was before the update. It is now. It's only 30% increased attack damage on sharpened horns now, um, which isn't great. Um, that they nerfed it from, I think it was 50 before. It was 40 or 50 before, which isn't fantastic. But because we're running, and metabolism just depends on where you are, I guess. Forager is good if you just want to be a big back, I guess. Um, Honed Edge is the best hide if you're running Sharpened Horns. It has a faster cooldown, and it gives you more of a damage increase. So now it's like old Sharpened Horns, which is really nice. Um, Headstrong, that's good if you're in a group, but I would still use Honed Edge. Um, oh no, if you're in a group, run Headstrong, because you won't be able to use Sharpened Horns. And then Bony Frill, that's good if you're running a block build. And then Overrun improves your charge turning rate and reduces the stamina cost by 50%. That is really good. That cuts your stamina usage on charge in half. And it's easier to hit. And keep in mind, charges aren't vulnerable to knockback anymore. So you can't counter it with knockback. Strong legs, 60% less knockback, and 50% increased fracture healing. That's good if you're going up against Rex and Spino. But again, I would still use charge. I'll show you how important charge is. But backlash, it's trash. It's absolute trash. Don't use it. It's terrible. It's so bad. Like, just don't bother. And charge, that's the only option there. Yeah, can't be interrupted by knockback. But yeah, that's what the build looks like. And now we'll get on some PvP, and I'll show you how to fight Apexes with it. And I do fight two sub-Apexes. I fight a Yang and a Zucheng. But aside from that, I fight almost every Apex. Except for Tyranitar, Kark, and Acro. I don't fight those, but everything else I get in a fight with.